Thank God that He's given us this
Yeah, thank
so
God.
much knowledge.
And we need to thank God. I say that I believe I have next life.
Right.
When I die in this earth, I still must go to somewhere.
Giving hope to other people. To believe in
But
Jesus Christ.
anyway, I still think that I need to make more credit with my Jesus Christ,
Yes.
but my God, no, Father God, right,
Uh-huh.
and Jesus Christ. But I want to create even more credit,
Yeah.
more credit. And even I have many patients.
Uh-huh.
They thank me. They give me very beautiful gift. For example, somebody give me one camera, right?
Yeah.
Somebody give me the pen Mont Blanc in the French, like that.
Oh, yes.
Hi, I'm Carlos. Last name's Torres. I live in Houston, and we're here. And this is my brother.
Danny Torres. I live here in Houston too.
And we're here to tell you our story about Dr. Dang and how we come in acquaintance with him, how far back we go, and what he has treated us for. And I've known Dr. Dang since about 1975, something like that. And he has treated a lot of friends that I know of real fatal disease. And he's treated me several times before on different occasions for my liver or kidneys that sometimes are weak. And here currently, I'm under treatment with him for what I just went through. About 2 weeks ago, I was admitted in the hospital at Bayshore Hospital in Pasadena, Texas, and I went in there because I was having chest pains and I was having short of breath, and I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what. So I went to go get a stress test, and while I was doing the stress test, I had a chest pain come at me while I was there. So the doctors come in there and they made me rest, and then they gave me oxygen. They gave me, told me to lay down. Well, after I recovered a little bit, they told me I needed to go to the hospital to get an angiograph to see what they could go in there and see if I had any blockage. And that's when Danny came pick me up from the doctor's office, took me to the hospital, and they did go in there, and while I was there, they found out that I did have a triple. I needed a triple bypass, and this is the diagram that Bayshore Hospital gave me, and they told me I had 2 clogged arteries at 70% clogged, and I had another one here that was 70% clogged, and they wanted to keep me there in the hospital so that they could do open heart surgery. Well, I argued with them the next day, and I argued with 6 doctors came in the emergency, because I was in the intensive care unit.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to release me. They go, no, we cannot release you. You're very critical. He goes, 70%. You could have a heart attack right now. So I argued with them, and they didn't want to let me go. I signed myself out of the hospital, and because I didn't want to get open. And the only reason why I didn't want to get open was because a year ago, I sent Dr. Dang, a friend of mine, who his name is we'll call him Walter for now, but he had the same thing I did. He was a 77-year-old man, and he was going to have a triple bypass. Uh-huh. And I told my friend to take his dad and bring him over here, because I knew that he could cure him. Well, about a year passed, and actually 2 weeks passed after he came over here, and his Kevin, which is his son, called me and told me, do you know where my dad is today at 77 years old? I go, I don't know. You just took him to get, because he was going to have a bypass. He goes, he's out there playing golf. I go, what? He goes, yes. Whatever Dr. Thien gave him is helping him. So Friday when I went to go to get my test, I called his wife and I talked to her, and she told me, I asked her how Wally was doing. Did he ever get surgery for the bypass that he was going to need? And she goes, no. He goes, whatever Dr. Thien gave him cured him. And she goes, I said, wow, so he's real good then, huh? And she goes, no, he's damn good. And so when I heard that and I got the news and my chart was that this bad, I wanted to leave the hospital, and there was nobody in the hospital that was going to convince me to stay. And so I came over here to Dr. Thien. Dr. Thien gave me some teas. I'm in treatment now already for about 2 weeks. I'm feeling a lot better. I haven't had chest pains. I'm not under any medications. The medications that they gave me at the hospital when I left, I still have them in my truck. I haven't opened them. And I don't intend to drink them either. And so far, I've been I'm feeling good. I've no chest pains. I'm not getting short of breath. And Dr. Thien said that at the end of 30 days to a month and a half, he wants me to go and get the same test done so that I can see that there is no more blockage. And I intend to do that in the near future as soon as I get through with his treatment.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
How about you?
I've had symptoms of the chest pains too about 1990, 93. And I was feeling the same thing my brother did. And I knew something was wrong with my heart or something. And Carlos said, why don't you go in and see the Dr. Thien? Maybe he can give you something. I came to him and I started taking his herbs. My pain went away. I was able to start breathing again. But I made a mistake about not coming back to him. And for that I paid a price. I went ahead and had the quadruple bypass done on me.
Oh my God.
And when I came back to him, he got mad at me because he told me you could have avoided that if you could have come to me. And I said, yeah, I know, Dr. Thien, but they didn't give me no choice. They hurried me up in there, rushed me into the hospital and said, you need a bypass right now. And that's what they do. They scare you. They don't let you out of the hospital.
They put you under a lot of pressure, and the only reason why they do put me a lot of pressure is because we were talking about it. They get paid $80,000 to butterfly me, so they weren't going to want to let me go right off the bat
Because of insurance money.
because insurance. And so I knew that from back of my mind that to them I was a turkey, and I didn't want to get cut. And I knew if Wally got well and I could do the same thing.
What does make you have a good, fun and memory about Dr. Thien when he get mad, when he asks you not to eat anything or something?
Oh Lord! Whenever you don't do his diet, tell him that.
I'm diabetic. He kept me for a diet. I came to him for 1 year. I was treated by him about 1 year. I found out what I needed to eat in my life. He taught me what was right and what was wrong. But he explained to me why it was good, why I needed to eat this. And I started doing what he was doing, and I told my wife, you know what? He's taught me more about life than any other man.
How to take care of your body.
Yeah. He says, live. Some people live to eat. Remember? Don't eat to live. And that stayed with me for a long time. And I said, from now on, he said, start buying organic food now. Pay the farmer now or the doctor later. And those words I remember coming from him too.
Yeah.
And it's good for you because you feel your body feels like it's going through a detoxification when you start eating pure food without grease, all your bad foods. Because he's trying to cure your body with the herbs, and we're trying to poison it right behind him. So I understand why he gets mad at us.
Exactly.
And it's not fun,
No.
but we like him anyway because if he wasn't being mean, we wouldn't do it because we would say, no, he's
If he was too timid, people wouldn't follow his diet.
Yes.
And I'm saying, now I know why he's so strict.
yes.
He's got to be strict.
Because I mean, there is others, that they'll tell you, okay, well, just drink these teas or whatever.
They send him.
But they don't give you a diet, and it takes too long to see any results. And in Dr. Dang's, like I said, you see fast results because he wants a pure body when he's treating it. And like I said, we know already his personality. We like him the way he is.
He's not mean.
He's
but
not mean.
No,
No.
he's doing it for your own good.
Good.
Yes, because
Because then they come back and say, my medicine don't work.
Yes.
It's not that it doesn't work. You didn't follow my diet,
Yes.
he says. Your diet and medicine go together.
and when he reads your pulse, he tells you if you've eaten right or not,
Yes.
and he catches you if you're doing it wrong.
One time I ate honey and I'm diabetic. And I lied to him. I said, did you have honey? He goes, no, I didn't, Dr. Dang. He goes, you lie, I can tell. I said, okay, you caught me. But he is that
You
good.
stupid.
Yeah.
He is that good. He is so precise in his pulse.
We have never met no one like him.
No.
And
They've
not
never-
even come close
Nope.
to him that we know in
Yeah.
the Houston area. And that's why when we have problems or we know of somebody that has major problems,
Critical, yeah.
we have his cards in my office, in my car.
Spread him out to
because
my friends.
I never know when, and I have sent him patients.
Yeah.
And
Okay. You guys can talk to him now.
yeah, the history that you've done, and I was telling him 2 weeks ago I was really bad condition. I felt short of breath. I was having chest pains. 2 weeks now that you've treated me, I have no chest pains. I'm not running short of breath. I go up and down the stairs now. Whenever I would go upstairs, one time I had to sit down to catch my breath. And yesterday I went 3 times up and down the stairs and no problem so far. I have kept your diet, very strict diet.
Yeah.
I'm doing very, very good.
I see him every day.
And Danny's been watching me to make sure that I do. You can check my pulse, see if I've done anything bad. Yeah, not a bad idea, right? You can check it. See,
But anyway,
but he's been doing so far.
this medicine I process for you, and you have one kind of my medicine. You go home, you cook by yourself.
Like soup.
Yeah, like a
Like a
soup.
soup.
Did you finish? How many days already?
I have like 3 more left.
Okay.
Yes.
This medicine I give you,
Uh-huh.
I give medicine for it. A lot of people like that, when they have a problem like you, they block it.
The blockage.
Remember, you compare with your friend Mr. Comic, yeah?
McCormick.
Comic 100% block it.
100%.
Still clear.
Yes.
You are compare with him, your disease, compare, he is 100%, you are about 50% problem.
Wow.
Time more than American medicine.
Yes. Yes.
See?
Yes, and less painful. That way I don't feel that you don't have to be cut open. I mean, it contaminated
Yes.
in our body.
Diet cannot say I give a diet to cure your problem. Cure
Yeah.
problem is a medicine.
Right.
But if you continue to take the food you eat like before,
Yeah.
your disease is not be cured. Because my upcoming to clean out, you put back.
Yeah.
So why?
Yeah.
System food this country very stupid.
Yes.
I can see that loudly like that. FDA approve bad food for
Yeah.
the food in restaurant, the food in the market. American FDA they approve the way we say the list of combination food, for example, come to. I talk to my patient
parents may come here. No?
May come here, yes. From
But they don't speak any English, so
Yes, I don't know.
it'd be difficult.
But anyway, a lot of Japanese, they are in
This is the last weekend. Next show, completely different.
Jason?
Keep
We have a
going.
new exhibitions coming.
Yeah.
I did.
Keep going.
2000, okay, 2000 years.
Mad at the police.
Oh.
I got furious at the police, really.
Oh yeah.
Because I got a speeding ticket. Then I paid the ticket, but then I got a summons. Then the summons came too late for me to go to court, and I got another fine. I'm furious at the police.
Is it the system?
Huh?
Is it
The
the system?
system is terrible. Anyways. Okay, I'll tell you my story. I have more than one. Okay. Just about a little over a year ago, I experienced a lot of pain in my legs, real difficult pain, and I could hardly walk. So my wife said, why don't you go see your brother-in-law, who's in California, who's a doctor, he'll tell you something. So I said, fine. I went to my brother-in-law, he put me through all of the tests, he looked at everything and he said, you have rheumatoid arthritis. I said, oh, okay. Then he gave me pills. You know, I had no pills, now I have pills. But when I came back here, I wasn't too satisfied with that. So my wife said, oh, why don't you go to the doctor of my daughter? See him. So I went to him and he said, no, this doctor did the same test. He says, not rheumatoid arthritis, it's a repeat of the polio you had when you were a child. So he gave me more pills. Then I thought, oh my God, this is ridiculous. I'll go to Dr. Dang and get his opinion. So I went to doctor, he checked my pulse, he said, oh, both wrong. He says, you have a little problem with your pancreas and a little problem with your kidneys. You drink my tea, 15 days, you're cured, was the truth. So I went back to my brother-in-law and I said, how come this Chinese doctor knows this and you didn't know it? And he said, what Dr. Dang said is very interesting, very logical. He said, but our science would never tell us that. I thought that was interesting. So every time I've sent a friend or somebody to Dr. Dang now, absolutely the best doctor in the world. And I talk about him a lot. He's like, as far as I'm concerned, he's like a great artist with medicine. And plus, he have a sense of humor. I like that. He's a good doctor.
What? Are you still playing golf? Do you play golf?
No, I just work. I just work here. We try to help, we try to work with refugees. We try to, that's what my life is now. Working, trying to help people make the transition into America and trying to change this government. But, we're just a little place. But I want this government because I'm very mad about the war in Iraq. And very mad about the wars, that they're always at war. It's ridiculous. Again, we should be a country with more compassion.
If you have a chance to have a Dr. Dang as your closer friends, what your wish is?
Look, I can only wish that Dr. Dang lives forever, because without him we would be lost over here. Dr. Dang is just a wonderful doctor, and he's like a lot of doctors here. They say they're doctors, but they're really accountants. They're only there to get your money and to give you a pill or something, but you never. He's a doctor that actually stays with you and cures you. He's an amazing doctor. And everyone I know, even very rich people that go to him, very poor people that go to them, he treats them with the same. He doesn't, because he has character. When he says something, he means it. I like that. He's just that. As a person, Like, I've had some interesting friends in my life. He's one of the more interesting. So I'm very,
So your wish is he will never retire then?
well, see, I don't want to retire either. So I hope he doesn't retire, but if he does, he's still going to be my friend. Huh?
Thank you.
Even if he wasn't my doctor, he would be my friend. And his wife, the first time I went to the office, his wife, and I was sitting there waiting, his wife, Mrs. Dang, said, "Oh, you come back here and work." So she had me working back there. I thought it was so funny and so good. But they are a wonderful team, too.
Yes.
Really. Great.
May I ask how young are you, James?
77.
Oh,
Huh? 77, and look, if it wasn't for Dr. Dang, I'd be dead. So I'm very happy 77.
what did you say again?
I think if it wasn't for Dr. Dang, I'd be dead, because every advice he gave me, don't eat pepper, don't eat too much hot sauce, all of that has made me more healthy. Than, even in some ways, I'm more healthy than I was when I was younger.
My name is Cindy, and I came to Dr. Dang after numerous years of having intestinal problems, and I went through many, many doctors, and life was just really terrible. And Dr. Dang made some healing teas for me, and after giving me a parasite tea as well as the healing teas, I passed a big, huge either piece of my intestine that was all damaged or a parasite. That was very, very nasty, and it was the turnaround point in my health. I was recommended by Dr. Dang from a lady that I work with, and I thought, I have nothing to lose, and I'd been everywhere else, but I've been very happy.
Now, what do you think about Dr. Dang 80 years birthday coming?
Oh, I think it's spectacular. I can't believe it. And he's still up and around and doing this every day. I think it's great. I think it's great.
And what happened if you decide I'm retired?
I would not like that. I wouldn't like it at all. We need people like him. Traditional medicine doesn't work, and people have not realized that yet.
Is your life changing after that?
Yes, it did. I went to Mexico to try to get some help there, but the only thing that they could offer me in Mexico was the traditional medicine that they offered here in the United States, which didn't work.
In August of 1997, I came to Dr. Dang, sick at the time with fibromyalgia. At the time that I made the appointment to come see him, I didn't know I had breast cancer. But in between the time I made the appointment and I came to see him, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Came to see him about my fibromyalgia because I couldn't get up out of my bed. I couldn't drive my car.
And that was for 15 years. She was sick with the fibromyalgia.
I see.
Couldn't drive my car. Couldn't carry a purse. Couldn't cook because I couldn't lift the pots. So I came to see him about helping me get well. And he filled out the form and told him I had been diagnosed with cancer, and so he decided to treat the cancer first. I had no chemo, no radiation. The doctors wanted to remove my breast. I told them that I wanted to seek herbal medication, and they told me, if you seek herbal medication, don't come back to see me.
They said, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Really?
So we came here, he treated me for breast cancer. He also at the same time gave me some herbs to help me be able to have a normal life. I could pick up things, I could get up out of my bed before I couldn't. Each month Every 6 months, I mean, each year, every 6 months, I had to have a mammogram. The doctor told me, you have to have a mammogram every 6 months. Did that for 5 years. And then once every year. And I still do it once every year, but I don't have mammograms anymore. I don't have the radiation. I have the thermal imaging from the heat.
What's your reaction when the doctor told your wife about this?
Well, I never liked American medicine, but I didn't know there was anything. I never went to doctors. I always thought most doctors were quacks. And when the first time I went with her to the surgeon, and they said that they wanted to remove her breasts, I got mad. And I said, that's what y'all did 20 years ago. And I said, that's all you still do now?
Quit.
Yeah.
He's a Vietnamese.
And they go,
Yeah, he's a Vietnamese government.
Veteran.
Veteran.
They said that that's what their cure was, and I got mad and I said that wasn't a cure. I said, you're just cutting it out, that's not curing it. And then they said that they would give her the chemo after they removed her breast, and that made me madder still. I said, that's nothing but poison. And I said, and at the time she was still very ill with the fibromyalgia. I said, she would never survive chemo. I said, you're going to kill her. And I said, we're not going to do it. I said, we're going to go see the herbologist. And then the MD doctor, the cancer doctor, got mad and said that she did not want us to be her patient anymore. And I said, fine.
Okay. Would you show to me, if you don't mind, the chart when Dr. Dang and you talked about earlier? What year you start to come back and take it?
August 1st, 1997.
Then what the result come out?
The result, I'm here today after 13 years, and I'm still cancer-free. Dr. Dang told me what I should be eating, what I should eat every day, and what I should not eat. And I still do that. I still ate the same way he told me to eat.
No animal.
13 years ago. No animal, no dairy, just vegetables and fruit, soy products.
Okay. How about your family? How's your children?
My children, I have a son who came to see Dr. Dang for his high blood pressure, and he weighed about 300 pounds. With Dr. Dang's diet, he lost 150 pounds.
Something like that.
Blood pressure got very good. He moved away from my home, got back to his regular way of life, regular way of eating. He has gained almost all of his weight back, and he's back on blood pressure medication. So he didn't do everything Dr. Dang told him after he left here. But he was cured of his high blood pressure until he started back in his normal way of life. My daughter, who is 28,
Amber? Yeah.
came to him with some lymph problems and had swelling in her neck, swelling under her arms, swelling in her breast, and he gave her herbs and cured her from that. She no longer has the lymph problems. She has some other problems, and she's going to come back to him, but she is well from the lymph problems.
That's wonderful. Now you have a Dr. Dang right in front of you there. When you want to chat about what you feel about him?
Oh, he's my grandfather. He's the grandfather to my children. I worked for Dr. Dang for about 1.5 years.
Really?
Got to know him that way besides being a patient. Became very close with him. I trust him with my life, of course, because he gave me my life back.
Yes.
Anything he tells me to do, no question. Right?
What did you say again, Dr. Dang?
The question may make me crazy. I don't like that. If I say this one, they must, yes, that's all. Listen to me. I experienced 5 generations, and I've been using 35 year treatment. See?
I think a man of his age that can do what he does And I know how he eats because I've seen him eat, and I know if he needs herbs, he takes herbs. And look at him. Why would I not want to be like this?
In 7 more years, I'm 80 years old.
He's healthy, and I like to be healthy. And
If they eat wrong, I know right away.
Yeah.
Right.
They surprised.
They think I should have protein. You have to have all this protein. You have to eat meat to get your protein. You're not healthy.
But
I haven't had protein in 13 years.
some Americans listen to me. Yeah, all of what Americans tell them they are crazy.
Yes. They think I'm crazy the way I eat. They don't understand how I can eat that way. Okay, but I have to tell you something.
Uh-huh.
After Heather took your herbs, she didn't have a baby for a while.
And then?
But she went to American doctor and gave her hormones for
15 years, and the last 5 years, she just stayed in bed. She didn't have enough muscle to. We live in a 2-story house, and she don't go upstairs once or downstairs once. And that's one of the first things that got cured while he was treating her for the cancer, is it was curing the fibromyalgia. Because within the first 4 weeks of taking herbs, she was like a different woman. She could drive again and get out of the house and all that stuff.
This is symptom of what is? First, I think your symptom is fibromyalgia.
when I would come here, if I was sick or rash on my body or something, he would tell me, "You eat wrong." And I say, "No, I eat what you tell me." He said, "No, you eat something wrong. I tell you, you eat something wrong." So I had to learn, even though it was a fruit or a vegetable, it still could be something that I couldn't have because of my thyroid messed up, because no hormones, because other problems. So I had to learn what fruits, what vegetables that I could have that wouldn't affect my body. So he helped me learn those things, and sometimes he would get so mad at me, he would tell me, "Get out. You wrong, get out."
I met Dr. Dang at least 25 years ago. Sent to him by a mutual friend, and she told me she felt like he was very knowledgeable on the work that he did.
Yes.
And I came to see him, and I have continued to come and see him all these years. I had a heart problem perhaps 10 years ago, maybe 12. And he told me before it became a problem, I would have a problem. He could tell that from my pulse, that the heart was skipping just a little bit. And he said, it's going to get worse if we don't do something.
Yes.
I procrastinated for a few months,
Yes.
and I could tell it was getting worse. I could feel the difference in the pulse. And so I finally came in and agreed we should start doing the treatment. And the treatment probably took 2 months, 3 months. And the problem has never come back. That's been 12 years. No more heart problems of any kind.
Did you take any herbs? Any
I was
tea?
taking herbs that whole time for the heart problems. So it was very successful. No side effects. I've never had any side effects that I know of at all from taking the herbs off and on over 25 years. For flu, for minor things. Nothing really serious other than the heart problem. Then my aunt from Phoenix, Arizona called me and said, she had been diagnosed with breast cancer. And she had heard me talk about Dr. Dang and wanted to know what I thought. And I said, well, he's very good at what he does, and he will tell you the truth. He will also probably change your diet with cancer treatment, from what I know of cancer treatment. And she said, well, what do you think I should do? And I said, I think you should pray. I think you should meditate. And you come to the conclusion. You come and stay with me, and I'll take you there. But you need to decide in your own heart, because it's going to be restrictive. I know your diet will become very, very plain. The medicine, just taking it, you know, it's still medicine. And you have to see if it's going to work for you. So I asked her, and a couple of days later, she called me back. And she said, I want to come. I said, okay. You tell me when your flight is coming from Phoenix here. I'll come and get you. And we will go see him.
Yeah.
So, and I said, also, he will talk to you for at least 1 hour to make sure that you are serious about doing the treatment, something you won't start and stop. If you're really going to do this, you need to be sincere about it. She said, okay. So she came, and we came to see him, and he talked to her for a long time, and finally took her as a patient, and fixed her herbs for her, and we sent her back to Phoenix with her herbs. 1 month later, she called me. She had gone back into the same doctor or the same clinic where they had diagnosed the cancer. And all the cancer polyps were gone. Totally eliminated. Breast cancer, but it was gone. She was very excited.
The tumor disappeared.
Oh, tumors all gone.
Yeah, the tumor disappeared.
And she was excited. And I said, well, you're talking to the wrong man. You need to be talking to Dr. Day. And if he says you're okay, then you're okay. So she called him. Of course, she called me back. She called him, and he said, well, yes, it's out of the tissue, but it's still in the blood. So we have to change the formula a little bit, and that way it will clean the bloodstream out, and it won't come back. So she said, okay. And he mailed the herbs to her. She didn't have to come back to Houston. And so she took the herbs, and that's been 12 years. There is no cancer. It's never come back. She's 93, 94 now, and doing quite well for her age. I think she does very well.
So she did go back to the doctor for checkup.
Oh yeah,
everything.
she'd go back to the same doctor, and they'd run the tests, and it'd be gone. You know, they ran the first test, and they said it was gone. He said no. Have to clean the blood also as well. Change the formula and do a blood cleansing. And it cleaned it out completely. So as far as we know, there is no cancer problem with her any longer.
You think that is a miracle?
No, no miracle, just a good doctor. Excellent doctor.
7 more months, I'm 8 years. I invite all my patients at the BQ or and this one. I believe I have a next life. Somebody say, with that, everything is gone, right? I don't say that.
Live to be 140.
Depend on God.
And help all these other people, the young ones. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
You say what, 100 what? 140?
140. Why not? Live 2 lifetimes. Sure.
My grandmom 130. you have to beat too fast.
Okay.
Number one. Some skip.
You're just skipping it?
Yeah. This for the formula. Now you must repeat the formula from beginning. I give you. You recognize your heart pounding? Yeah. And skill. Like a little bit wheezy. Time is skip one. 15, 13 times skip one.
So it's skipping again.
It's
after all
skipping
these
again.
years.
So now the formula for me, I give you now. I give you open the book of mine. I give you the formula for you.
What do you think about
You see,
the westernized? They take the MRI
Yeah.
test and blood test, and they can tell you what you
this
got.
is a
This guy
35 year in Houston. The same
Just put his
book.
finger on it and tell you what exactly you have.
The same book.
They would totally miss the diagnosis. Of the
I
Western-
open for American patient to tear out one book. This is second book.
Oh,
the
that's
same.
Yeah, yeah.
See?
Is this the first books?
Yeah. This is no. This is second book.
Oh, second book.
The first book of this over this, there is many set, right? Let's see.
No, it's okay.
This book two. This book 35 years it tear out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the new one. But this book, there is the old one. It tear. It tear.
Yes.
It tear. I put away around here.
Now, didn't some of those books belong to your grandfather?
Oh my God! This is a practicing book. We're talking about basically, if something's very hard, I must open my desk.
Yes.
My grandfather,
Yes. Yes. I remember.
right? So I tell with American some American patient ask me what are the disease I can treat that. I say I cannot treat leprosy.
Really?
I cannot. But any disease I can treat it. If I want to treat it.
Even leprosy?
No,
No.
only leprosy I cannot treat it.
Okay.
But talking about any kind of disease, if I want to treat, be sure I treat it. Because I have a lot of books.
Yeah.
And nothing new in under this sun.
That's right.
Any kind of disease we have now, open 5,000 years Chinese medicine book, 4,000 years or 3,000 years. They describe in detail in their book.
Did they have something like AIDS back then?
Yes.
Really? I remember you treated people with AIDS,
Yes,
but I thought you had to piece the pieces together.
right,
I didn't know they were treating it.
right. I took AIDS to be cured.
I know you treated people
I
with
took
AIDS.
AIDS to be cured because in China, 2,007 years there is AIDS disease happened in China.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you come to area. Burma,
Mm-hmm.
Chinese, in
India?
India.
Yeah.
This area there is one kind of desert. Nothing people live there.
Really?
But now you come there are the desert, okay? But now and then you have one house or one building, they build rock. You know, remember 2,700 years ago, the build of rich people, they
My name is Stephen Ramsey. I'm a resident of Houston. I met Dr. Dang like 31 years ago. In Houston, a friend of mine brought me down to Dr. Dang because he was sick. And then after that, I got sick, my liver started hurting me, my kidneys. I came to Dr. Dang, I took the medicine for 60 days. After the second or third day, my liver stopped hurting, and I started getting better. And I look at Dr. Dang as being one of the most brilliant men I ever met. And as far as I'm concerned, as far as Chinese history is concerned, he's on the same level as Fan Zaiyu and Hung Sai Quan was, helping against the Manchurian government. Only thing he was helping against sicknesses. And I never came in here ever or sent anybody ever where they weren't helped, where they didn't come back again. You know?
Yes.
But it's been a blessing for me, and I hate to see him retire. He had told me 20 years ago he was going to retire, and I told him, Dr. Dan, you can't retire. You got to work here until they just find you bent over the desk, holding a pulse, you know. So he haven't retired yet, and that's been a while ago. But
I give him to read this one. He forget this one. This story. See, this one, and this one.
oh yeah, no, I was telling
Yeah,
him
this
about-
one, right?
right,
Yeah,
about my wife and
yeah, this one. You write Amir, Amir.
right,
This is a very magic machine for that.
right. And so my son, he came, and I brought him in here. He had Down syndrome,
Is that right?
and he can do just about anything now. But my wife didn't. She didn't keep bringing him, else he'd be totally right. And my wife, like I said, she had fibroid tumors. A couple of years after I had met Dr. Dang, and they told her they was gonna give her a hysterectomy at the hospital, and I told her, no one will cut on you. I know a doctor, and he can help. So I came and I asked Dr. Dang about fibroid tumors. He said, that's easy, bring her. So she took the herbs for about 90 days, and the tumors dissolved in her, and she's been well, you know, there's been no trouble.
So Dr. Dang did change your life and your wife, right?
Oh yeah, changed many. Like I say, I sent 2,000 or 3,000 people. He changed everyone's life. He changed the whole outlook of people's life as far as wellness is concerned. When they thought that they couldn't get well at all, when the hospital sent them home with 30 days to live, Dr. Dang took them. And I was here to see it, and I built Dr. Dang 3 different offices along Main Street. This is the only building I didn't build.
Oh.
But I built him 3 buildings because I do construction work, and I built him 3 buildings along Main. And I saw a whole lot of different people come in, all different kind that probably couldn't have never gotten well because America doesn't have any medicine. And thank God that his father studied this medicine.
As far as you know, he has a herb, but the Western medicine have a technology.
They got technology. They don't have any medicine. Every medicine that they have a side effect, so it's poison. The Chinese people have been doing the herbs as long as history of medicine, and it worked. Everything I've been studying Chinese medicine and using it for 37 years, and every bit of medicine that I've had, whatever it said on the package, it did the job. Whether it was from Zengu Shui to pour some on to Minjak Gusak.
After 5 month treatment, no more Down syndrome.
Oh, this you're talking about, yeah.
Oh, this one, I tell you. Down syndrome, American medicine keep the children become disability all life.
Right.
So how's your son doing now?
Very well. He can do anything. He's an artist. He plays basketball. He plays baseball. He does real well.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And made my son Amir, who has Down syndrome, began taking medicine from Dr. Dang to make him well. Since that time, Amir has greatly improved in all ways. He was inactive at first, not so anymore. He talks more, he plays more, he eats, sleeps more, etc. There's a list of his improvements: more attentive, better muscle control, better attention span, respond. My son was a baby, and for 3 months he didn't move. He just laid in one spot and he didn't cry, he didn't do anything. Then after he started taking Dr. Dang's medicine, he started moving. He started walking. He started talking. He started doing a lot of things that he was supposed to be doing the 3 months before then, but with the medicine, it was a miracle. That's all I can say.
Now, he's treated me for all kind of different problems. From started out, he treated me for an addiction to Ambien. It was a prescription that the doctor had given me several weeks at a time and didn't let me know that this was a highly addictive drug. I was on it. I couldn't get off of it. I went several nights without sleep. I mixed it with all other kind of drugs trying to get off of it. I came to Dr. Dang, and after one night of herbs, I slept like a baby and never had to take Ambien again. Haven't taken anything like that since. He's also treated me for bronchitis after being sick for several times and going through antibiotics and all the side effects of antibiotics and steroids and continuing getting sick. I came to Dr. Dang, and after one treatment of herbs, I don't think I've had bronchitis since, and that's been several years ago, at least 5. I had been diagnosed with HPV and an abnormal pap. Dr. Dang treated me for that, and after that, I've been clear just fine. I've come to him for flu and any kind of sickness that would require antibiotics, and everybody has the bad side effects when you take antibiotics, and the herbs give you energy, make you feel great, and get you well just as quick. I had endometriosis very severely. I had 2 surgeries and also hormonal treatment that put me into menopause, which was a nightmare. And I came to Dr. Dang, and after several treatments, I had a period that was very light, 3 days, no cramps, which all of my friends thinks that's just completely amazing, because you never hear about cures for that. And he's also, my daughter's been a patient ever since she was probably 3. She had problems sleeping when she was a baby, and Dr. Dang gave her herbs for that, and she started sleeping soundly through the night like me. I've had vitamins. I continue to give her vitamins from Dr. Dang, and that's pretty easy. The herbs, they don't, trying to get a kid to take them is a challenge, but they're great. He's also treated my mother, my mom. They thought she had breast cancer. She had a mammogram that was highly suspicious, and the doctors automatically wanted to remove part of her breast. And she didn't want to be cut on. Dr. Dang said that, if you can avoid having surgery or cut on, don't do it. So she immediately came to Dr. Dang's office, and he gave her 7 months treatment. And the whole time, doctors were calling the house, hounding my mom, you have to come in, this doesn't look good, we need to start treatments, we need to make sure and see if this is cancer. And she ignored the calls. After she completed her treatment, she allowed them to do a needle biopsy, and they were completely amazed. There was no cancer. The doctors couldn't believe she didn't bruise, she didn't bleed. To my mom's embarrassment, they called people in to look at her breast because they couldn't believe there was no bruising there. They said it should have been bruised up and she should have lost blood. But immediately when they took the sample, they told her that it looked really good. So that was something that my mom had been treated for. But he's treated her for several other things as well. I don't even know what all. My dad has had a heart condition and pancreatitis, And Dr. Dang has given him herbs for that, and I believe he's still alive today because of those herbs. But with my sister, she's came here. My brother-in-law, who's a big skeptic about that, we were all really sick. We had all got something. I don't know what it was, but the whole family was sick. And we all came in here, and we all got our herbs, and we all got better. So it has been a blessing. I'd like to thank Dr. Dang. I'm so glad. We're so blessed to have him in our community and have this available for us. You know, it's just amazing. It's something that God has given us, these plants, these products. You know, the chemicals and the pharmaceuticals can't match it. And we're just truly blessed to have him here. And we hope he's here around a long time. I told him he was considering retirement. My mom had a fit. She said, I'm still alive. He can't retire. So we hope he's around and continue treating us and taking care of all of us. So we appreciate it. Thank you.
Who's in this picture?
This is Lauren Stanley. She's my daughter. I think she's about, she's probably 8 years old, 7 or 8 in this picture.
Oh, this is her own picture.
Yeah, this is an older picture. Yeah.
How old is she now?
She's 11. The black and white picture is an updated picture of her. This is, she's 7 years old. There it is 2006. This is Lauren.
And this one thuộc thủ hòa linh dịch tả đúng vị quốc hoa kỳ tịch. This is the medicine for your some overheat. And then disease.
Gum disease.
Yeah, and this is for what? Đảng kỳ quy chuột xài hồ cam thảo táo đỗ trọng tục đoạn chữa đau lưng bạch chỉ cát căn thăng ma xuyên khung. Oh, this one. Bạch chỉ cát căn thăng ma head ache in this area. Yeah, this headache this area forehead. Sinh địa phòng phong tam bịch bỉ like that. This is we say variety disease, right? This is only one. It's record show out this for liver problem. 2001 I treated him. In 2002 test normal after 5 months. This liver hepatitis no more. In this I don't treat hepatitis.
And I guess back here shows you have the ones where I didn't give you the other ones where I had the counts that were bad.
Bad?
You remember when I first came?
When
I first came, I should save you some. I'll see if I have those.
Yeah.
I'll see if I have those because I have the ones with the tests.
Anyway, I talked to you, but I treated you from 2001, right? And but 2002 be cured no more.
Yes.
But this one is a high blood pressure. But it is okay. No. Oh, no, still, your potency still not perfect, okay? You need to limit the sexual. Don't abuse.
Friend Roger had been treated here for hypothyroid, and he had told me about Dr. Dang, so he got that cured. So then I came here, and that's why I didn't want to get my liver. I didn't want to do the biopsy thing, so I came here and we started the treatments. And then within 7 months, the counts were down, and everything was normal. And so I just felt better, had more energy. But more than anything, because it was tricky, because some days I couldn't tell, I was fine. Other days I'd be a little more tired, but you get to where you think that's normal in your life, you just work hard, you're tired, you don't, so you kind of, can't tell. But then basically the
the thing is when the counts, when they're doing the tests and they did the SGT and the other counts, once those came back, I watched them. I watched them drop every 2 months. I'd go get them tested, and they slowly but surely they dropped, and they got closer and closer, and until they finally got within the range of normal.
What does a hepatitis C will do to you if you don't treat it?
Well, I'm sure it will kill you. You'll die. People die from hepatitis C. It'll, I'm sure, slowly just deteriorate your life, in many ways.
Then how long you take the herb or the tea from Dr. Dang?
I want to say it was about a year.
Yeah.
About a year.
That you completely clean now?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
So since then, you believe in the Dr. Dang and whatever the problems you got with concern your health, and you come to see him.
Oh yeah. I actually, I won't go to, unless I break an arm or something, I won't go to an American doctor. And that, actually, the one I really, to be honest with you, my hepatitis thing, I really didn't have any doubt. I didn't really, when my friend Roger had the hyperthyroid, and he got treated because they told him that he had 30 days to live, and he had real bad. He was sickly looking, and then he came here, and he was my neighbor, and he had within a month, well, maybe 45 days, he looked like he'd been training, working out. He got that. What a change! And he was solved, and he was cured, and that was amazing to me. And when that happened, that's when I had no doubt about it. So I really never have questioned the fact that it would work. Yeah.
You are a job, very tired. When you feel tired, you need to relax. Don't try to work over, abuse it.
Right.
Okay.
My name is LaWan Schaefer. I started coming to Dr. Dan 17 years ago, and I went to the American doctor, and I had abnormal cells in my cervix, and they wanted to go in and cut parts off my uterus. So I didn't let them do it, so I decided to come to Dr. Dan, and he gave me herbs, treated me, and once I took the herbs, maybe 6 months later, I got pregnant. Had my son.
How old is your son now?
17 years old.
What do you think about it?
Anyway, her cervix.
Yeah.
Her cervix have swelling, but they're talking about Western medicine, the cervix disease. They need to cut off the cervix. That means they cut off the uterus. Wrong.
So that's been, she can't have a baby if the uterus been cut off then.
Yeah. And Dr. Dan took care of that. Took the herbs and it was healed, and I came up pregnant. He's a good doctor.
Me to Dr. Sang first was my son had a terrible asthma, and he would seizure every night, like early hours of the morning. He would seizure and couldn't find any cure. Tried several cures for him but couldn't find any, and that was what took me to Dr. Sang in the first place. He treated my son and at least made my son's life bearable enough to live. Yes. Where it wasn't before. Then I came down years later. I came down with cancer, so of the breast. So I went to see. It was in my bones, and you also told me this was in my liver, was in my bone and breast, and he cured me. And that was like 30 odd years ago. And I'm still around, still working, here to tell the story. And I've passed on to many, many people. I've probably sent them hundreds of people down through the years from my work here to go and receive help. So I looked upon Dr. Singh as a healer, and which is exactly what he is, through the use of his herbs, and they work. So what can I say? And then when we were able to, he had a machine that would cook the herbs for us. It became so much easier, and that was wonderful too. But down through the years, we've been to him like for anything that comes up. My son, even for a cold, won't go to anybody else but Dr. Singh, even for to get rid of a cold.
Yes.
And so that's how much my son believes in him. Well, and they've been friends all these years too, you know. So that was about how it all started. Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
When you got a cancer, when you got a cancer, right? And your doctor tells you treatable?
For sure. Oh, yes. I took 2 chemotherapies until it made me so ill I couldn't even function. So that was when I heard about Dr. Singh, and my son took me down to see him, and over a period of time got the cure. And anything ever came up after, I always went to see him. No matter what.
Yeah. At first, did you believe your son? Did you believe in Dr. Singh?
Well, I took my son to him to be not helped but cured. So obviously I believed in him before I ever went to him. And that's how much, that I realized where he was coming from, and was very pleased indeed to get the end result for my son, because it was a nightmare. Paul didn't even know what a normal life was,
Yes. What do you wish to say to him on his 80th birthday?
To thank him for all the help over the years and for our cures that we've had, and to wish him a very happy, prolonged way of life. And if it's still in the books for him to continue his work, to certainly continue his work, because so many people in this world need help. And he is one of the few that can give the type of help that people need.
I have gone back to eating meat. For a long time I ate only vegetables and rice. It's true. Yeah. But I do eat meat now. So that's good. And he has cured probably every organ in my body. Basically the liver was a ridiculously terrible liver.
Problem. She's a liver problem.
Yeah.
He fixed it, and it's I think it's fine now. I mean, I'm certainly fat. What else have he fixed? My heart. Many things. I think he's the greatest doctor in the world. I'm convinced.
If not me, be sure she become disability.
Oh, I would have been. I would never have survived without Dr. Dang. Never. He saved my life.
Remember?
And I'm sure he saved many other people's lives.
She's a writer. She's a writer. But the time she comes to see me, she cannot write.
My mind. He knew it without even taking my pulse. He knew that my mind was bad. My memory was gone. My short-term memory was gone. I used to be very smart and was a good writer. I couldn't even put 3 words together. I could barely talk. So, and I have a terrific article that I wrote written about him that we need to publish somewhere. The person who sent me to Dr. Dang had cancer, and he cured her cancer. I forget where it was. But anyway, she told me that he could cure cancer, and I didn't believe it, but I have watched time after time after time and seen him cure cancer. He saved my life. He also changed my lifestyle. I never drank tea before I met the doctor. I drank coffee, no coffee. I don't even have coffee in the house anymore. Nobody believes me when I say that he can diagnose illnesses simply by taking the pulse. Nobody believes that. And he can. I believe it. And I've told everybody, and they don't believe it.
Yeah, they don't believe it.
It's so bad. But you know, they won't try either. I mean, you go to a Western doctor, and the Western doctor gives you a certain amount of a chemical. And if it doesn't work, well, that's just too bad. The body will heal itself when it can. But he will sit there and change your medicine and change your formula. And there is medicine for almost any problem. I mean, he gave me medicine even for my broken arm. What?
Would you tell
Oh,
me
I'm
that?
his greatest fan.
Would you tell me that story that's about broken arm and
You're broken,
with the
yeah.
young chicken?
Yeah, chicken, 5 chicken. But no, you get no.
I came to him with my broken arm, a broken elbow. It was black, absolutely black. I am standing there like this with a sling. I had just come from the hospital emergency room. And he said, "Oh, you've broken your elbow." He said, "Go get me young chickens, young baby chickens." And I'm going, huh? He said, "You need baby chickens in order to treat that." So his wife, Gmma, said, "Don't worry, I'll get the baby chickens for her because she has no idea where to find baby chickens." And the next day I came back and they did, and they applied it, and it reduced the swelling and made it, took the pain away.
You see, American doctor cannot believe my herb working good like that.
Oh, he sat there and he said, "What did you put on your scar, on your elbow?" And I said, "I put this compress to reduce the swelling." He said, "No, your body will heal. When it heals, don't put anything on it." I'm going.
How long did it take you to believe Dr. Dang?
The first day, the first 10 minutes. I knew that there was something wrong, and I knew it was my liver. And he diagnosed it immediately. He said, "Oh, it is your liver. You have a liver problem." And I knew immediely that he... but anyway, no, the tests never showed anything. But
Go ahead.
She write one story about me.
Dr. San Final. I called him Dr. San for the first 12 years. I really did. The house is nice, isn't it? It talks about how Dr. Dang can cure cancer, and how many people he has saved. Dr. Dang can cure cancer like you wouldn't believe, says Alice Winthrop, an English woman stricken with breast cancer 5 years ago. The tumor first appeared in her left breast, and at the suggestion of her doctor, she had a radical mastectomy. "Now I'm sorry that I did," she says. When the cancer reappeared in her right breast, she sought help from Dr. Dang. The cancer moved from my breast, went into my lungs, and then into the liver. Each time, Dr. Dang treated the cancer until it disappeared. Throughout the ordeal, I missed only a few days' work. I never told my American doctor about Dr. Dang. I said it was prayer. Her total treatment took a year. Now, at 72, Ms. Winthrop remains cancer-free.
I've known Dr. Dang for about, something like 18, 20 years. He's cured a lot of serious illness for me. They said over here, I come to see Dr. Dang from the hospital, sent me home to die. They said I had 2 days to do the paperwork. Dr. Dang's herbs saved me. They kept my life. They worked ever since. I've been here on different occasions, several occasions. I know different people here, like Marguerite today, and she'll do well too. Well, I have nobody down here that had to live.
You just found him by the accident?
I'm sorry?
You just found him by the accident?
No, a friend. Somebody that knew him told me about it. No, it wasn't no accident.
when you have the very sickness, very sick, is the doctor give you how long you will live?
2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
So you lost hope.
No, I never lose hope.
Okay.
Because there's always an answer somewhere.
What I heard is Dr. Dang said, you give him 1 year, he will take care of you, right?
Oh yeah.
What's your reaction that time?
But pretty normal. I figured there was an answer. I figured we could work something out.
Yeah, but doctor gave you 2 days to live.
The right here, the medical center.
Okay.
The best there was.
But the Dr. Dang said, give him a year, he will maintain your health.
Well, I remember his first words after he checked me on this thing, on my pulse. He said, there is a slim chance. That was his words. There's a slim chance. And I said, well, that's better than 2 days. You know? We did well with it. Real well.
What made you to remember the most when after 6 months, after a year, until today, you're still alive? What gives you the most experience?
Oh, the most experience was just fortifying what I already knew, that the herbs had to be the answer. There wasn't no more answers. They gave me the experience and the just reinforced my thoughts. That's all. Because luckily, Dr. Dang knew the subject very well and pulled me out of it. Because he himself said there's a slim chance. By him saying that, now that I know him, as long as I've known him, if he'd have told me that today, I'd have probably passed out, you know. but then I didn't know him, so I said, well, but he does some wonderful work for me and for some of my friends and everybody I brought down here. And he's told me lots of true stories. People that they sent them home to die, they come over here and they survive, they live.
You believe in God?
Yeah, who doesn't?
So you think God may use him to help you out?
Well, you just can't say God did it, because God did do it, but I'd rather say that God's forces, God's hand, you know, there's a lot to God. You just can't say God, you know.
What is your last grateful to Dr. Dang, what you want to say to him right now?
Well, yesterday I gave him a hug. I didn't kiss him. But I just want to thank him over and over and over. He saved my life. He saved a lot of my friends' life. Now we got Marguerite right here. We're going to save her life. And don't tell how many people. I don't have to know them to love them. I'm just great that all these people come here, that they're going to get help. Because Dr. Dang, it's not phony. I mean, if he says you're going to make it, you're going to make it. If he can help you, he's going to help you. If you follow the structures, you know, it's very important.
Yes.
So I can't thank him enough. I talk to him about all the time up north, try to get people over here to get on the left leg. So I know that he can help them. You know, that's what I believe. That's the way it's going to go. Has the faith and the herbs, and that's where we get healed. I always felt that, because God is a healer, or his angels, teachers, gods, leaders. But the herbs is part of it.
Yeah, my herb help, God heal.
Yeah.
But anyway, I remember with me 1982, 84.
Yeah.
But from 1982 and 84, when American doctor like a vet hospital and MD hospital said that, anyway, you die around 1984, 82, 3, okay?
Yeah.
But until today, you still survive. Mean the MD Anderson and vet hospital, wrong. Remember, right? Now you still survive.
Still living.
Still living. Okay.
Still want to live some more.
Yeah.
And I hope Marguerite Before we leave, we're going to come back and see you.
Okay.
Okay, my name is Margaret Olivares. My husband's name is Joe Olivares. And we know Dr. Dang for 23 years. And he's been our doctor for the past 23 years. He saw my husband, Joe, my daughter, Palmira, and my daughter, Irene, my son, Jose, and the rest of the family. And we want to thank Dr. Dang for all his help. Because of him, we've been doing well, because all the alternative medicine that he does a very good job, and we want to thank him, and we want and appreciate all what he does for us. And let's see what my husband had to say.
Well, I'd just like to say thank you and congratulate you, Dr. Dang, on your retirement. I want you to know that we really appreciate you. You've been a fine doctor. And we've sent friends, other friends of the family to come and see you. And every single time, it's been a great success. They had a good experience. And
we love you.
We're doing okay. And I'm happy for your retirement, happy for you. Have a happy retirement.
We're from Woodbridge, Virginia. I came last year with my wife. I had a endoplasty done on my right artery. They put a stent on it, and they told me I have high blood pressure, cholesterol, and sugar. And my wife had migraines all her life, and she had some other blood problems. After last year, she had no more migraines, and she had no other fever problems. I don't have more blood pressure anymore. My sugar level went down, and cholesterol went down. I'm here to just follow up on it, and as my daughter Sophia brought her with me, and my son-in-law, and my friends.
I came today for a general checkup, and he found that I have very bad blood, like I have a very little bit of blood, because I have some female problems and some cramping, and he said that I have some pancreas problems, and that's what's causing my memory to go away, and it's causing me to always be very tired. So I'm going to take some treatment for 2 weeks, and then we'll mail you and see how we do.
I'm Gmma. My name is Kimani. I came from Virginia. I actually had an operation back in 1991. I had a hole in my heart, and recently went to the doctor and they said that I have a fast heartbeat and I have high cholesterol. So I heard from my father-in-law, and I came over here to see the doctor, and he prescribed me some medication, and it's gonna be, I mean, I'm feeling it's gonna be way better than the actual doctors.
My name is Harry Allen. Dr. Dan helped me with my prostate cancer. I had in 2009, I had prostate cancer diagnosis, and I have to come to Dr. Dan also. I had before my PSA level was over 4, like 4.4, something like that, and I was diagnosed, so I went to the regular doctors, and they told me about the radiation and all that. I came to Dr. Dang, and I had Dr. Dang's treatment his tea that he gives you, and after now it's my PSA is less than 1, like 1.0 or something. So that's very normal PSA now, and no prostate cancer now. And so he helped me with that, and he also with the radiation treatment I had. So he helped me with that, the effects of it, and the big thing he really helped me with the most that I noticed the most now is the food he tell me to eat, and what he say I can eat and what he say I cannot eat is really helpful, because I have when I was having the cancer, I was having bad hemorrhoid and bad, and so, and I've been having that pretty much all my adult life, the hemorrhoid, so that's been an ongoing problem. But when Dr. Dang told me what it is I'm supposed to eat or what it is not to eat, and he gave me the vitamins, and he gave me his vitamins that I take every day, the hemorrhoids and the pain, all that went away within like 1 or 2 days. So it's like he knew what you're supposed to eat. So my recommendation is Dr. Dang, for most of all, he can tell you what type of food to eat for all kind of problems, to fix your problem. Even if you got cancer, he can tell you what foods you can eat and what foods not to eat, and he give you the treatment along with his vitamins that his wife Gmma cooks up for us, and so she cooks it up, and you take that, and that will definitely help you. I definitely, honestly can tell you that really helps.
But the prostate now, no more problem, right?
Prostate now is normal levels, no cancer in the prostate, and I'm sure Dr. Dang helped it with that, made that cure better.
Good.
And so now I come to Dr. Dang for almost any problem.
Yeah, praise the Lord.
I hurt my back in December, and this is now 2012. In December of 2011, I hurt my back playing tennis. I come here, and he told me Gmma even gave me something for that helped. So now I come to Dr. Dang for almost all those problems.
One more problem gone.
One more problem gone.
Praise the Lord. Thank you, Harry.